Luge is the French word for sled, and we go down on a very small sled on our back, feet first, on a refrigerated track that's ice. And we go in speeds of excess of 90 miles an hour. And we go a mile in generally less than 42 seconds. So we're moving pretty fast.
Anne Abernathy has made a career out of defying the odds. Despite growing up in the Virgin Islands, a land where it never even snows, Anne chose to make a career out of competing in one of the most dangerous winter sports, the luge. In 2001, while competing in the World Cup in Altenburg, Germany, Anne found herself face-to-face with her worst fear.
On January 23rd, this is a year before the Olympics, I had a crash in World Cup competition. If you're going to crash, you might as well do it on live TV. You get the most coverage that way. I came down the track and I hit the curve wrong. I don't actually remember it because I was unconscious. I hit one curve wrong and flew up to the top of the track and hit my head and knocked myself out. And then I slid on the ice for another 100 yards and slid on my face, so I had terrible abrasion on my face, and I was unconscious.
Miraculously, the horrifying accident left Anne's body unbroken, but her mind was another matter.
I remember waking up on the track, and the trainer from the US was looking down at me and said, "Do you know who I am?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Do you know my name?" And I said, "Yes." And I said his name. And he looked down at the person at my feet and said, "She's going to be okay." And I looked at the person at my feet and I said, "Who's that?" And it was my coach. I had no idea who she was.
Over the next few days, the seriousness of Anne's head trauma became apparent as she began to lose consciousness and experience seizures. It was determined that Anne had suffered a double-sided blow to her brain, a devastating injury. She was told that her dream to compete in her 5th Olympics was over. But Anne was determined to fight back. With the help of her medical team, she began the improbable journey back to health. With intensive physical therapy and groundbreaking mental exercises, using her brain to control video games, Anne slowly found her footing and finally her healing. Defying all odds, Anne's return to health was miraculous.
I don't know why I had the crash, but I do know that everything was taken care of. And I know that 11 months later, I walked in opening ceremonies in my 5th Olympics when everybody around me, except for that doctor and my coach, said, "You weren't going to make it."
At age 52, Anne Abernathy qualified for her 6th Olympics, becoming the oldest woman ever to compete in the Games and setting the record for most Winter Olympics appearances by a female athlete. While Anne has never won a medal in Olympic competition, her will to persevere and unmatched desire to compete have made her a true champion.